Wow, these eggs take a long time to hatch. I have another 8 boxes of eggs. Meaning 245. And I'm really hoping to get the shiny today, because I low-key need it today, please. At least I'm really hoping to. So let's see. Today I got 2 shinies. I actually got a double XL shiny Rattata in Pokemon Go. And then later in the day I got a shiny Machop. So I got 2 shinies today. And in fact, I even failed a shiny today too. Because today I grinded like hell, in Violet. I was in a union room and I was grinding BBQs to get the legendary snacks. And after all this time of grinding for BP and grinding BBQs, we only ever encountered 1 shiny. Just 1. And I failed it. So today I was grinding with a pal of mine on Discord. It was actually him who found it. He found a shiny Gloom. He texted me like, yo, you want it? And, you know, I tried to do the thing where, I tried to do the technique where you both can get it. At least I think it works. I think the way it goes is, first of all, because I was the host, so I was hosting the room. So I save in front of the shiny. So the other player encounters it, catches it, and then I reset the game so that, I saved right in front of it. So I can catch it then. I tried that, but I messed it up. See, what happened was, it was going fine as well. We coordinated it fine as well. We did all that, but the one damning mistake I did was saving too many times. So I saved multiple times just to be sure. And the very last time I saved was right when he encountered the Gloom and initiated the battle. So by that point, the game had already saved that the Gloom was already encountered. So I failed the shiny, but he got it. Damn, what a shame. I failed the shiny Gloom today because I saved too many times. But it's okay. I didn't need a shiny Gloom. And also, low-key, I kinda didn't want it. I mean, a shiny is a shiny, I'll take it. But, not gonna lie, I low-key didn't want it. Because, I'm hunting for this right now. I really want to get Hydrapple and Archaludon back-to-back. I don't want anything in between. I really want to get these 2 back-to-back, which is why I really hope to get the shiny today. But, it is what it is if I don't. I mean, hey, that's an extra shiny, right? So if I happen to find another shiny before I get this one, then hey, it is what it is. I just think it would be really cool in my PC box to see both Hydrapple and Archaludon back-to-back. But damn, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of stings a bit that Gloom was failed. That I failed that shiny Gloom today. So, if I don't get this tonight, then I might have to sacrifice watching a movie tomorrow night to do this again. Tomorrow night, I should be watching Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. But the thing is, my sister wants to watch it too. She's actually been waiting for me to, do my binge, catch up on all the movies before watching it. She's been waiting for me to do that. But the thing is, I plan to watch it tomorrow, but she's not home tomorrow night. She's going out to her husband's, very soon-to-be husband's, Well, they're getting married next month. So, basically her husband at this point. So she's going to her husband's house for dinner, I think. Or she might be going out with friends. Regardless, she's just not home for dinner tomorrow night. So I may not watch the film tomorrow night, sadly, because I gotta wait for her ass. So if I don't get the shiny tonight, then hell, I might do this again tomorrow night. I mean, now that I'm done grinding all the BBQs in Scarlet and Violet, it was a real pain in the ass to grind for both games. Grinding for 1 was already boring as is, but grinding for 2? Ugh. That's a struggle right there. That's such a slug. But I did it. For the sake of completion, I did it. So now that I'm done that, I don't really have much else to do during the day, shiny hunting-wise. Aside from, you know, collecting eggs for this. And I feel like before anyone asks me, let me just answer you before anyone asks me, which nobody is asking me. If I'm doing Hydrapple, like I'm doing Applin for Hydrapple and Duraludon for Archaludon, am I gonna do the others? You might be asking, what others? The others, the other new Pokemon, the other ones, wait. The other Pokemon, the other older Pokemon that got new evolutions, there. Things like the Dunsparce, Annihilate, Farigiraf. And the answer is no. No, it's just because the charm of Applin, and Duraludon originating from this game, it's like, it'd be kind of cool to hunt them in their native game to evolve. So, you know, native game. I'm not going to go back to Gold and Silver to hunt for both Girafarig and Dunsparce. I'm not going to go back to Red and Blue. Then again, I don't have to. You know, I don't have to go back that far. I mean, I could hunt them all in this game, but it's like, I don't want to. Girafarig is in this game, right? Actually, I don't think it is. Now I'm thinking. I don't think Girafarig is in this game. Otherwise, I would have hunted for one, I think. I don't know. I don't think it is. So anyways, last night I finally completed Godzilla -1, and I want to correct myself on something I said beforehand. Previously, I said I don't know if this is an American-made movie or, you know, like a foreign one, like a Japanese one. Now looking back, no shit, this is a foreign movie. The frickin' Asian movie logo, movie studios logo that popped up at the very beginning should have gave it away. You see, my train of thought was I was catching up on the MonsterVerse. And then there was, you know, a Godzilla movie released. I thought it was part of it. It turns out it's not. I guess that explains why when I was looking up what's part of the MonsterVerse, Godzilla -1 didn't appear on the Wikipedia page. I was kind of thinking, like, did they forget to add one? Did they forget to add this to the, you know, the list of movies that is connected? After watching it, yeah, it's not connected, though it could be. In a way, it kind of could be if you overlook a couple of continuity errors. Because this one takes place in the past. This one is set even before Kong Skull Island. You know, hypothetically, if it was in the same universe. Kong Skull Island took place in 1973. This one took place from 1945 to 1947. So if you squint, you could say this took place way before. See, issue with that is, wouldn't the world remember a giant dinosaur destroying Ginza in Japan? Right? in the 2014 Godzilla movie, the world was oblivious to Titans. So it's like, yeah, if you want to shoehorn this movie into the timeline, the MonsterVerse timeline, then you would have to overlook that. Like, wait a second, if Godzilla attacked Ginza back in the 40s, wouldn't the world document that? Wouldn't the world remember that? Why is it in 2014, everyone's acting like they've never heard of these giant Titan monsters before? Right? So it's like, I mean, that's all hypothetical. This movie clearly is not part of the MonsterVerse. But if it was, you would have to overlook it. You would have to overlook that continuity error, as well as the Godzilla design. Godzilla looks different in this design, and even has a different scream sound as well. So yeah, you would have to overlook all those. Then again, they're not continuity errors, because, you know, it's not connected. It's not part of the same world. It's standalone. I mean, they left the ending, you know, open-ended. By the end of the film, you think Godzilla's dead, but no, he's just regenerating. You know, opening the door for a sequel. So it's like, you could explain that. Like, oh, I thought they killed Godzilla back in 1947. Oh, he was just slowly recovering this whole time and didn't re-emerge until 2014. Right? But it's not part of the same continuity, so it doesn't matter. So anyways, I finally finished the movie. And let me tell you, this movie is fantastic. It is a really good Godzilla movie. Like I said beforehand, I felt like I was watching very classic Godzilla when I was watching this. To my surprise, they even played the original, the classic Godzilla theme. You know, the dun 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 dun. You know that theme? I didn't expect that in this film. In fact, they played it 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard it for the first time, I did smile and almost laugh, like, oh my god, the nostalgia. I smiled like, oh my god, I didn't expect the classic theme to be in this film. And to my surprise, I find out this movie was made on like a $15 million budget. Wow. Like, just wow. I mean, I admit some of the CGI did look a little wonky here and there, but for the most part, the CGI looked great. Like the opening sequence on the island, and like I said before, the sequence where the guys on the boat first encounter Godzilla out in the ocean, like, all that CGI looked immaculate. But then the CGI of, like, you know, when Godzilla first attacked the city, yeah, that looked a little unpolished, but it's fine. It's passable, right? And unlike, well, majority of the American MonsterVerse Godzilla movies, you actually care about the people you're watching. I mean, clearly, even the filmmakers and writers don't care about the human characters, because majority of them don't even return, right? I don't even remember most of their names. Where's Tom Hiddleston's character? Where's Brie Larson's character? Where's Ford and Elle and their son? Where's all of them? The only characters we did see come back is Madison and her father, Mark. Oh, also Serizawa. But you know what I mean. So let me think. This movie. You know, I did pick up on some of the foreshadowing that was in the script. Like when the doctor said, like, you know, our country has no regards for our lives. And then he mentioned that the kamikaze planes did not have an eject option, which should be, like, bare minimum. I did notice that little foreshadowing. And then when our main character, what the hell was his name again? When our main character was trying to find Tachibana, and then he, you know, was explaining like, okay, to detonate the bomb, you do this, you pull this lever, and also there's this back here, and then it cuts to silence. They leave it, you know, a mystery as to what he was saying. Then later on in the film, it's revealed, it's like, I also included this eject option here. I kind of picked up on that, but, you know, I was mostly turned off. Wait, no, that didn't sound right. My brain, I should say, was mostly turned off. So even though I picked up on it, I didn't think and piece it together. So when... I'm going to look up his name real quick. The main character's name. Koichi, that's it. When Koichi seemingly, you know, did the suicide attempt into Godzilla's mouth, I thought he actually did die, but then it showed him in a parachute. So neat. The scene with Noriko, I really did not expect. When Godzilla attacked the city, and then for some reason, Noriko pushed Koichi aside to safety. And, yeah, for some reason she didn't just go with him. For some reason she only pushed him aside to save him, and not save herself. I found that kind of stupid. I felt like she could have saved them both. And, well, Noriko gets completely blown away. The shockwave sends her flying. Debris from destroyed buildings and rubble is, you know, probably burying her. She flew off to God knows where. Presumably dead, because, you know, you can only assume that she died from that. And then it turns out at the end of the film that she's alive. Somehow, she survived all of that. And I could not help but notice, like, my god, she doesn't even have a scratch on her. Yes, she has bandages on her arm and her face, like, you know, wrapped around her eye. But, like, from the parts of her body that we can see, she doesn't have a scratch on her. Not a scratch on her face, nothing. Like, she, aside from the bandage covering her eye, it's like, wow, she was unscathed by that. You literally had a building blown onto you. Not a scratch. Wow. It's like, did you run out of the $15 million budget for makeup? You were just like, let's just throw on a bandage and call it a day. We used all the budget for the CGI. And you know, speaking of budget, I can't help but notice that this film, while having wonky CGI here and there, but for the most part, the CGI looked great. The set pieces looked great. The acting was fantastic. And all this for $15 million? We have Hollywood blockbusters go for like $200 million. And it's only like a fraction. No, that's too insulting. It's like, you know, not as good, I should say. I was thinking like 3/4 as good as this film. Like the millions and millions of dollars blockbuster is only like 3/4 as good. Excuse me. Is only like 3/4 as good as this film for like 8 times the price, 8 times the budget. Probably more. So it's like, yeah, what the hell happened? What's going on, Hollywood? I'm also wondering too, like, why did Japan, or wherever this movie's from, probably Japan, because it's in Japanese, why did Japan decide to make a Godzilla movie? When, you know, were they just like, oh, those Americans are making so many Godzilla movies. let us do one too. Matter of fact, let us school you on how to do a Godzilla movie. Like, did the Japanese filmmakers just say that? Be like, let us have a piece of the pie. So anyways, when Noriko supposedly died, I did feel pretty sad about that. You know, I started tearing up too when Akiko, the little girl, was like, when do I get to see Mom again? And then she started crying. Oh, that broke my heart. It broke my heart even more when it turns out that, you know, Koichi actually did want to marry her at some point, but he couldn't bring himself to it because he felt like he didn't deserve it because of all this guilt that he carries with him. Blaming himself that all those men died on the island because he didn't shoot Godzilla and try to kill it. When in hindsight, like, come on, with a little bit of hindsight, now you should have realized, like, man, that puny little gun couldn't have killed it. Like, afterwards, like, you saw a nuke in Godzilla's mouth blow up, and it just healed itself. Like, in hindsight, I think you can probably forgive yourself. Because you probably would have just died regardless. Not regardless. Died meaninglessly. Had he did shoot, let's face it, that would not have even phased Godzilla. And he probably would have just died. So I feel like in hindsight he probably could have forgiven himself even just a little bit. But whatever. That's how the film is. You know, the family dynamic to me felt kind of like very Spy X Family, where these three individuals, completely unrelated, come together and form a family, where the father figure doesn't really want it. You know, he just lives with it. He doesn't, like, truly desire the family. You know what I mean? It's like, I kind of got that vibe. And because my mindset was still on this film was connected to the rest of the MonsterVerse, I was kind of wondering, like, wait, why is Godzilla attacking? Why is Godzilla just destroying the city unprovoked? And then, you know, after I realized that this is not connected, this is its own thing, it's like, oh, okay, that's right. Godzilla being depicted as the villain, that's right. So Godzilla doesn't need a motivation to just destroy the city. He just does it. Because. And also Godzilla's atomic breath. Yo, that's like... My god. You know what that kind of reminds me of? Of all things? You guys remember in the Subspace Emissary, the giant cannon that shoots that big beam? In that awesome cutscene, and then it just creates a giant, like, subspace portal? Subspace, like, sphere. You guys remember that? That's what it reminds me of. Godzilla's atomic breath fires into the distance and then it just blows up like a nuke. I still can't believe Noriko survived that. How the hell did she survive that barely with a scratch? So what I don't know is that, like, tattoo or symbol on Noriko's neck at the end of the film. I don't know what that is. I still have to look up what that means. Because I panned to it. They put a lot of emphasis on it. Clearly setting up potential for a sequel. You know, I can only imagine what was going through Noriko's mind when Koichi was telling her what he's struggling with. He said that on that island he landed on because he was, you know, too scared to fulfill his duty as a kamikaze pilot or whatever. On that island, a giant dinosaur-like monster attacked us and killed everyone except for me. I can only imagine what was going through her mind. I imagine she really wanted to ask, like, a monster? Are you sure? Come on, you gotta be kidding, right? But, like, you know, she saw that he was going through an emotional moment, revealing what's causing his trauma. So it's like, you know, she just put that aside and just, you know, let him let it all out. But I can only imagine what was going through her mind. Like, this guy's delusional. This guy's insane. He thought he saw a monster. They didn't bring it up. They didn't make her think like he's insane. She just accepted it. And then, you know, like a day later, she actually saw Godzilla with her own eyes. And you know, I think it would have been cool if this movie was in the Monsterverse. Just have it set way in the past so it doesn't really contradict with anything current. Aside from the things that I mentioned earlier. But that being besides the point. I think it would have been cool for, you know, timeline-wise, the first film to be all Japanese, to take place in Japan. I think that would have been cool. Can you imagine that, though? I think that would be awesome. Imagine, like, if Marvel released an entirely foreign project. Like, Marvel Studios released a movie all in Japanese. That'd be awesome. And not just, like, you know, a movie with, like, aspects of a foreign language, like Shang-Chi had. No, I mean a movie entirely foreign. Same world, same studio, just like branching out to the point it's an entirely foreign cast, foreign language, everything. Because like in the MCU, don't you find it weird that absolutely every single event, well not every, but like majority of the events take place in America? Well, that's not true entirely. Ultron happened in Sokovia, Infinity War happened in Wakanda. But you know what I mean. Like a lot of the fights. Oh yeah. Earlier tonight I went out to dinner, and I ran into a friend of mine there. He was eating there too. He's just like, "Yo, what's up, man?" He asked me, "Are you celebrating something?" I'm just like, "No. What is there to celebrate? My family are just eating out tonight. We're just too lazy to cook." Alright, good seeing you, man. See ya. See, what was funny about that was, like, earlier today, because today's Friday, earlier today, my friends were all, you know, texting in our group chat, like, "Yo, we gonna do anything today? Like, it's Friday, you wanna do anything?" One of my friends said he couldn't. This friend in particular said he can't today. Well, I guess I know why now, because, you know, he was just having dinner with his parents. So, this topic came up when my family and I were eating dinner. So, because my sister is getting married in a month, there's a lot of things to prepare, a lot of traditions to follow and whatnot. So, one thing is, like, you know, the celebratory dinners or whatever, buying a whole roast pig. You guys doing the same? Wait, you guys doing the egg game? What egg game? Anyway, so, so yeah, my family was debating, like, do we need to get a whole roast pig for the ceremony or the celebration or whatever? My mom's like, "No, you're not like sick of that at this point?" Because my dad, once a month, he has to do his praying, worshipping, whatever, and he always has to buy the whatever it's called, the yellow chicken, and the roast pig. So I eat that once a month, guaranteed, 100%. I will have to eat that once a month. And then I forget the reasons. Something about like a multi-day celebration thing, where like we're gonna have this roast pig for several days, almost in a row next month around the wedding. And then it's like something else. So my mom was like, "No, we don't need to buy an entire roast pig because we're gonna have plenty coming up. And you know, that kind of got me thinking too. Like, damn. It's like, imagine, like, you know, a pig being born into this world. That pig's purpose is to be dead, be killed, be cooked, and then be used to, as a tradition to celebrate like a marriage in like certain cultures, I guess. And like my Asian culture or whatever, it's like, damn, kind of feel bad, you know? The pig's purpose in this existence was to be cooked and used as like a traditional celebration. You know, I think about that sometimes, like, you know how, you guys know how we only live once. And something like a pig was born into this world, couple years of living, is killed, cooked, eaten, and that's it. Just a handful of years, just a few quick years, and then it's over. It's lights out forever. As if the pig never existed, right? That pig was born into this world and was taken from this world. And, you know, we won't bat an eye at it. We won't care. Once we eat the pig, we'll just move on with our lives as if that pig never existed. And same goes for, you know, any other animal. Doesn't that kind of make anyone else out there a little bit sad? And so that mindset, that thought kind of brought me back to last night. Why last night? Well, every now and then, a dose of reality hits me. Every now and then, whenever I'm, you know, in bed, trying to fall asleep, reality will hit like, oh man, one day I'll be dead. One day, I will die, and I will be done in this world. See, the scary thing about that is, like, to me, is, you know, I don't believe in an afterlife. I don't. I believe after death, it's just nothing. I believe it's kind of like, you know, before you were born. So if I were to think back to before I was born, there was nothing. You know, the millions and billions of years that the universe existed before I was born into this world, yeah, kind of like that. Absolutely nothing. But see, the scary thing is, yeah, after dying, going back to that, there is no end to that. You know? For whatever miraculous reason, I was born. I stopped experiencing that void of nothing to live. And then one day, I will go back to that empty void where there is no end. There is no end to death. Death is permanent until the end of, well, everything. Unless the theory of the universe ending and then another big bang and when everything loops, unless that's actually true. If that's the case, if that is true, then I will be born once again at some point, eons upon eons from now, after the heat death of the universe and another big bang happens where everything plays out the same. And if everything does play out the same, well, shit. Means I'm destined to make the same mistakes. Destined to live exactly the same as I have. All the guilt and burden and everything. I don't know, like my mind just went to that, thinking about the pig being brought up earlier today. You guys hear about Nintendo's new horror game? The first party Nintendo IP horror game they're developing? Emio? Translates into Smiling Man. Hey. I'm actually excited for this game. Because, you know, Nintendo, the family-friendly company that puts out Mario and Zelda, they're making a fully fledged first-party horror game. And it's not some rinky-dinky, like, measly, cute little horror game. No, this looks like it's a fully fledged, actual, genuine horror game. Because I think the trailer for Australia labeled some of the themes that would be part of this game. Had, like, domestic abuse and, like, suicidal themes. It's like, god damn, Nintendo. And this is a first-party game? Nintendo was developing this game? Or not developing, but, you know. I think one of their other publishers, not publishers, one of their other developers, like, development team is working on the game and Nintendo will publish it. Kind of like Xenoblade. Xenoblade's made by a different developer, but it's Nintendo owned. Nintendo distributed game. Nintendo owns a game. You know what I mean. So like, yo, Nintendo? The family-friendly Nintendo? Who doesn't even put romance into their games? You know? When do you ever see Mario and Peach hook up, right? Nintendo, the family-friendly company that won't even put romance into their games, is developing an actual horror game? I can't lie, I'm intrigued, I'm interested. I want to see what Nintendo has to offer. I want to see how far Nintendo goes. If I am not thoroughly disturbed by this new game, I'll be disappointed. I got big expectations for this. And you know, the moment the trailer hit the internet, I saw people being like, yo, Nintendo's cooking right now. And also other people who were confused as hell, like I was as well at first. And of course, who can forget the fan art? The fan art of Emio being in the next Smash game. I would love that. That would be hilarious. A Nintendo IP horror game mascot in Smash? That'd be absolutely hilarious. And I'm here for it. I want that to happen. I want to see Mario fight Emio in the next Smash game. Do the same thing you did with the Simon and Richter Belmont trailers. Have Luigi explore a haunted place, Luigi's Mansion style. And then probably the same thing. Well, actually, no. We don't know anything about Emio yet, so I can't say have Emio save Luigi from something. Who knows? Well, once we get the game, we'll see how it is. And there was also a Photoshop fan art of an Emio amiibo. Bet, if that's the case, let me have it. An Emio amiibo, that'd be absolutely hilarious. But I'll still buy it. You know I will. Speaking of amiibo, I actually have a Smash Daisy amiibo, like literally right next to me right now, because it came in the mail today. And you know, speaking of Smash, I was actually watching Aaron Itmar's video on Smash Brawl earlier today. I'm not gonna lie, the Smash Ball being a thing, I kind of forgot that was even a thing. Because when I play Smash Ultimate, you know, just for fun, I normally play with no items, and Smash Meter on. So I kind of forgot that the Smash Ball was even a thing. Oops. I guess I should probably fire up the good old Smash Ultimate and go a few rounds with items to refresh myself on what even exists. Because I flat out forgot the Smash Ball exists. Because it's been years since I played a Smash game with items turned on. It's not that I don't like items, it's just like, you know, sometimes I would just like to go in, fight undisturbed. And yeah, watching a video on Smash Brawl makes me kind of want to go back and play some Smash Brawl. Specifically the Subspace Emissary. Well, once I finish Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, once I finish that film in a couple days, what's next, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Nobody asked. Next up, I'm gonna rewatch all of the X-Men films in preparation for Deadpool and Wolverine coming out later this month. See, the reason I want to rewatch them all is because I don't know the X-Men all that well. I've only seen like a majority of the films once or twice, so I don't really remember a whole bunch of it. See, my knowledge on the X-Men films aren't as vast as my MCU knowledge. So I want to rewatch them all to refresh my memory. You know, I rewatched all the Spider-Man films before No Way Home, and that was like one of the best choices of my life. And, you know, being Deadpool, and also being a multiversal film, yeah, probably a good thing to rewatch them all, to refresh the good old memory real quick. And also, there's just a couple films that I flat out never watched. I never watched Dark Phoenix, I never watched New Mutants, so I have to shoehorn those in. Well, something else I did today, aside from finish grinding for BBQs in Scarlet and Violet. Primarily Violet. I already finished all the ones in Scarlet. So I finished grinding for all of that, and because right now the Water Terra Pikachu is back, I was actually grinding those. Because how often do you get a very easy 7-star raid to grind for, like, large and XL candies, as well as Herba Mystica. I don't need the Herba Mystica, but, you know, it wouldn't hurt to get them. I primarily grinded for the experience candy. And, well, after making every Pokemon in my PC box, which is, you know, like 10 boxes of shinies and a couple of other boxes, so after making everything in my PC box hold a large EXP candy, and after like a couple months of using them to level 100 a couple stuff to do other Terra Raid battles with, today I went from like 600 large EXP candy to like maxed. So I did a lot of grinding today. Whoops. Well, that's 3 boxes hatched. In about another hour, that'd be 6 boxes hatched. Well, tomorrow's the weekend. I like the weekend. Because it's just more lively. The weekends are a lot livelier. There's more people at work. There's also a lot more people walking around. You know, more people shopping. Yes, that means it's a little more busy, which is good, you know. But, you know, the more important thing during the weekends, it's livelier. My coworkers, my friends come to work, and so, you know, it's a lot livelier. And also because they only show up on the weekend, so let them do something. So I can be lazy in the back while they do the work. And also because tomorrow is Go Fest in Pokemon Go. So it's a good thing that they're, you know, coming to work, so I could go and play. You know, this morning, just before work really started, when my mom and I were at the store, and before anyone walked in, because, you know, time zone wise, my mom was video calling with her sister, so my aunt. Excuse me, I was just scratching my ear, and my voice cracked there. So my mom was video calling with her sister, so my aunt. And when someone came in, and I asked my mom to you know, help them out with it. So she took over, and I spoke with my aunt for a little bit. She saw me, and she's like, "Did you get thinner? Look at you, handsome boy. Did you get thinner? It looked like your face slimmed down." And I'm just like, I wish. Thank you, though, but I wish. Yo, me slimming down? I wish. I can only wish to be a little bit thinner. And I just know, during my sister's wedding, I am going to look fat in those photos. Fat in those pictures, those wedding pictures. Yep, Bork. That's the dog I am currently dog sitting for. Let my other two dogs hear how annoying it is when someone else does a whole bunch of barking. Maybe that'll teach my dogs a lesson, like, oh geez, that's how loud we sound? That's how annoying we sound? You still doing schoolwork? I wonder how clear the barking comes off to you guys. Oh, 13 hours today. Your brain is fried? Well, turn your brain off and enjoy a little shiny hunting. Or just go to bed. Do you go to bed this early? What time do you go to bed? Are you still at work? No way you're still at work, right? You're saying at work. No way you're currently still at work. Okay, good. No, you are not at work. Are you gonna crack a cold one to relax? You know, that Arizona hard like you sent me earlier? You logged off at 9. I started at 8 this morning. So you started at 8, you logged off at 9. Is that 13 hours? Nope, that is 13 hours, because 12 hours would be 8 p.m. And then an hour later would be 9. Yeah, that's 13 hours. So what are you doing now? You gonna do a little gaming to relax, listen to music, watch some shows? What you about to do? Or are you just gonna go to bed? Good. Once these eggs hatch, I need to pour myself another cup of water. I listen to music at work, I don't want to watch TV right now, I just did some gaming, so right now I don't know what to do. I mean, did you shower yet? If you got nothing else to do, maybe go take a shower before going to bed. Later. Alright. Man, you know what this generation could absolutely not do? Is exactly what I'm doing right now, shiny hunting. Man, the new generations have brain rot and completely destroyed attention span. No way the newer generation would ever do something like this, where it takes hours to days to weeks to get what you want. People these days can't even last a minute watching something. And here I am spending hours upon hours trying to get something that's slightly different colored. I mean, hell, it took me a month, over a month, to get shiny Regidrago. And that's, you know, not even my longest hunt ever. Man, aside from a bunch of movies to watch, I still got anime to watch too. Oshinoko Season 2 just started, and I haven't started watching that yet. There might be like 2 episodes into Season 2, or it might be just 1. No, Episode 2 might be out soon, I don't know. I'll catch up at some point though. You just have to watch Season 1. Oh, the memes, man, the memes. Man, I don't know why I keep seeing feet memes on this anime on Twitter. That's not even what this anime is about. But yet people, they take one screenshot every time a foot shows up, and they run with it. Man, I saw something on Twitter the other day. It was a screenshot of Akane. Nothing sus, just a regular screenshot of her. You know, almost kind of like halfway bowing and just giving that cute look. The caption was like, "I'd marry a girl on the spot if they gave me this look. If she gave me this look." Man, not gonna lie, I can't like shake this feeling watching the show, watching the anime, knowing what the end game is, because goddamn YouTube algorithm spoiled me on it. You know, it's like, now that I know that, any shipping done during the show, well, that's all null and void, because we already know the end game. Or at least I do. You know, I haven't even heard the theme song for Season 2 yet. I doubt anything would top Idol. Man, I really hope the ending song is another banger as well, because Mephisto, dang, that's quite a good song too. Especially when the song plays. Man, there's a video out there that's like, when Mephisto hits. Yo, those moments really did hit. The end of an episode, when you hear Mephisto start playing, and then, you know, what the scene has to offer. Yo, those moments actually go hard with the song playing. You know, my favorite in particular being when Akane was pretending to be I, and then you hear Mephisto play. Yo, that scene goes hard. You know, a part of me almost fainted today. Because earlier today, I'm not gonna say exactly what it was. I was holding something that was very expensive and very real. At first, I wasn't even considering the fact that what I'm holding is real. But then, you know, when it hit me, there is something really valuable in your hands right now. This is the real deal. This is not fake. This is legitimate, authentic, real stuff that is worth a lot of money. And that was in my hands. And it was that realization that almost made me faint. Because I'm just like, oh my god, knowing your clumsy ass, do not drop it, and for the love of God, do not lose it. I held it for like 20 seconds. But knowing me, I would have found a way to lose it. Wouldn't be the first time I've lost expensive things, rather quickly too. Well, not in 20 seconds, but like, still. Holding the Antichrist? What are you on about? So something else that, you know, I can mention what I was holding. Something else. So earlier today, my mom brought my dad's watch to go and get polished or whatever. Something about getting it reworked, refitted. I don't know. I don't know what she did. Regardless, she just said, put on your father's watch to make sure it fits. So I had my dad's watch around my wrist for like 10 seconds, and then I took it off. Man, I haven't worn a watch in many years. Even if it was brief, a watch has not been on my thick wrists for a very long time. And you know, I was just telling my mom, like, I don't like this. I don't like wearing a watch. She's like, one day you're going to have to. Like, don't you have to at least wear a watch to flex and show off during your wedding day? One day? And I'm like, do I have to? I don't want to. Do I really have to? I don't want to do that. Once again, knowing me, I'll lose it. Man, I can already picture it. I already know how it's going to play out. On my wedding day, if it ever happens, on my wedding day, I'm going to take off my watch because I don't like how it feels. I'm going to put it somewhere, and I'm going to forget about it. And it's not until, like, the next day after, it's like, wait a second, where'd my watch go? See, I don't trust myself with fancy, expensive things. And frankly, nobody should trust me with anything like that. You think I haven't lost this Nintendo Switch before? I'm just lucky nobody took it. You know, next month when my uncle comes to visit for my sister's wedding, we still haven't really planned out the sleeping arrangements. Is my uncle going to bunk with me in my room? Or is my dad going to, and my uncle takes my dad's room? We still don't know that yet. Regardless, I'm sharing my room with someone. So regardless, I need to clean my room. I gotta move all my anime figures aside. I gotta find a place to put them, because regardless, one of these two men are going to ask me, like, God damn, you have a lot of, figurines of some anime ladies in here. I'm just like, yep. Just gonna give them the nod. The nod, you're like, yes, I do. It's like, aside from that, holy hell, you have a lot of other figurines. Like, It's like, that's not all. You have a lot of other stuff, too. It's like, yep. And you know, we're still planning what to do next month when my uncle visits. Because, you know, we're not just gonna have him come halfway across the planet just to attend a wedding and then, like, not do anything else with him. So we're looking into, like, what we could do with him. Should we, like, go to a cabin? Should we go to somewhere to stay the night? Should we just go somewhere far, have some fun for the day, and then just come back? Like, we're thinking of something. I don't think we necessarily want to go to Niagara Falls again, because, like, we've done that countless number of times, especially with him as well. So, we'll see. Wait, that's it! Wait, that's the shiny! I looked at it for a second, like, and then I looked back and forth, like, wait, is that it? I noticed it was a little darker. That's it, that's the shiny! We got it! Yes! We got the shiny tonight. Fantastic! See, I couldn't tell because of the tip. The tip was cut off. I couldn't see the red tip. But we got the shiny tonight. Awesome! Wait, how many eggs did that take? I gotta see. It's a very subtle difference. Now you can see it before and after. You can see that the shiny is a lot shinier, and you can especially tell with the red tip on the top. The shiny doesn't have that. Damn, if only it wasn't cut off. would have been able to instantly tell it was shiny. You see, the red tip is cut off, so I couldn't immediately tell. Be honest, were you looking away from the screen because it was silent? And then you just heard me celebrate, so you panned over? Alright, I'm really glad I got the shiny tonight. Alright, let's see. How many did that take? 30, 60, 90, 120. Let's see. 130. 131. And then plus the 245 from before. 245 plus 131. 376 eggs. That is still below odds. So that is fantastic. When the odds are 1 in 512, to get the shiny in 376 eggs is incredible. That's really good. You know, the 1 in 512 doesn't mean it's guaranteed in 512 eggs. You could go 1,000 eggs and not get the shiny. So to get it at 376 is very lucky. You guys have no idea how fantastic it is that I got the shiny tonight. Because, you know, now my catalog of content to do isn't backed up. Which, had Scarlet and Violet not announced their summer plans, it would not have been. But now that I got these 2 hunts done, I can freely go and do that other stuff. Not having to worry about this, which is great. Because if I didn't get the shiny tonight, I absolutely, probably, would have done this again tomorrow night. Since, like I said, tomorrow night I would have watched Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. But my sister's not home tomorrow night, and she wants to watch that film too. So I'm like, God damn it. God damn it, sister. So if I were not going to watch it tomorrow night, then maybe I would have done this again tomorrow night had I not gotten the shiny. But hey, I did get the shiny, so great. I just have these remaining eggs to hatch. While I real quick look up how to evolve this thing. Crap. It needs an item to evolve. It needs the metal alloy. I can get the item at Chargestone Cavern, Blueberry Pokedex Completion Reward, or the item printer. So, I get one for the reward completion, which means I guarantee I already have one. Wow, this CRV page of the item printer, holy hell, this is complex. Yeah, any chance of me printing out another one? Never mind. I also want to check real quick, because I didn't even do that yet. That's not the shiny. Wait, where'd the shiny go? I didn't even check this thing's summary. Gentle nature. I got a gentle monster. And also, I didn't save yet after hatching that. You know, I really don't understand the appeal of the Gentle Monster brand. I get so many people come in and ask me, like, do you sell it? And like, you know, can you order it? Like, I personally just don't really understand the appeal of it. I mean, I can kind of understand that it's like, it's a big fancy foreign brand that's not easy to get your hands on, so that alone makes it a little more desirable. I just don't really care too much about any big brand. I recently got a Tom Ford sunglass, and the only reason I got it is off a technicality. Is because there was a problem with it, and so it was like, and so my mom was like, "Hey son, you want it? This one has a problem." I was like, "Yeah, sure. I don't really care. Thanks." Have I worn it yet? No, because once again, I don't trust myself with it. I know I will lose it. So, I'm saving the big fancy expensive brand name sunglass for special occasions only, like my sister's wedding coming up in a month. You know, I'm not about to wear a red pair of sunglasses, you know, the pair I normally wear these days. I'm not about to wear a red pair of sunglasses with my blue suit at my sister's wedding. So of course I'm gonna pull out the fancy stuff for her wedding. After that, yeah, I'll probably shelf it for who knows how long, just to prevent my clumsy ass from losing it somewhere. You think I haven't lost that red Ray-Ban either? I told that story recently too. Oh hell yeah, I lost that. But luckily enough, I found it. Yeah, I don't trust myself with fancy, expensive stuff. That's why I don't care for it. That's why I don't buy any of it. And I'd advise anyone out there not to trust me with that kind of stuff either. You might be asking, you might be curious, like, why do I have a blue suit for my sister's wedding? Well, that's because my sister's my sister's husband's brother, he picked out a blue suit. So I kind of have to match now. If he didn't, I would have just gone for a classic, you know, black suit. Probably just a regular white dress shirt and a black tie. Or maybe I would have gone for like a different color tie. Maybe I would have gone for a nice bright red tie looking like Donald Trump. But nope, because, well, I mean, hey, fair is fair, right? He called first dibs on the color, so now I have to match. Sadly. I mean, when I told my friends this, they were like, yo, depending on, like, the blue, if you wear a plain white dress shirt, then it'll actually look pretty good. But sadly, that's not the case. He also picked out kind of this, like, plaid kind of style dress shirt. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't, I'll be honest, that doesn't look that great, but, well, I have to match. Is he blind? Must be blind for picking that combo. Oh well. You know, half the time I forget his name. A lot of times I forget what his brother's name is. I mean, I only met the guy like a handful of times, and we didn't exactly talk. I mean, isn't that kind of ridiculous? I went on vacation with this guy. But like I said, we didn't really talk. You know who I really feel bad for? His girlfriend. Not because she's with a bad guy. No, nothing like that. It's like, well, kind of by obligation, she kind of gets roped into these little, like, family gatherings. And I feel like that's kind of awkward for her. Like, she comes to all our family dinners and stuff. And, you know, I guess you could say because of, like, plot armor and stuff, it doesn't feel weird to me because I know these people. But for her, it's like, well, I'm only here because of my boyfriend, right? Because think about this. She is, like, she's going to a dinner that is important to her boyfriend. Because her boyfriend, Sid's brother, is getting married, right? That aside, okay, think of it this way. My family has dinner, and their family comes along. My dad has his friends come over because, you know, it's my dad's friends. My dad's hosting the dinner, and he has my sister's husband family over as well. So it's like, well, that's kind of weird, isn't it? She's going to a dinner because her boyfriend's brother's families... What? No, her boyfriend's brother's in-laws are hosting, as well as the in-laws' friends. So ain't that kind of weird for you to go to? It's like if I was dating someone, her parents were having a dinner, and then her dad's friends would also be there too. It's like, I don't know any of these people. I'm kind of just here because of her. It's like, yeah, I feel kind of bad for her, because, like, she kind of just gets roped into these awkward little gatherings. Anyways, how old is he? I think he's a year older than me. So he's older than us by, like, a little bit. I think he's, like, a year or two older. And I feel really bad as well. Like I said, I went on a trip with him because, you know, family-wise, and she was on that trip as well. Now, I feel like it was so awkward for her because she shared a room with her boyfriend and her boyfriend's grandma. So it was the three of them in a room. The three of them were sharing a room. It was grandma, grandson, and grandson's girlfriend. That's not awkward at all. The way it happened on that trip, on that cruise, I was in a room with my parents. My sister was in a room with her man's. His parents were in a room, and the brother with the girlfriend was with Grandma. I mean, I suppose it's a little less awkward for her already. Because, no joke, she already lived with them before. I don't know, something about school, and she comes here to stay for a little while, like during break. And so she lives with her boyfriend and her boyfriend's family. So, no joke, she has already lived with the parents and Grandma for I don't know how long at this point. I don't know how long that arrangement's been going on. So, you know, she probably just already feels like family. And these people already feel like family to her. So I suppose it's a little less awkward for her already, but, like, still. You know, still. God, I hope she never sees this. She sees this and realizes I'm talking about her. And I'm not gonna lie, I barely remember her name as well. Well, let's see. Tomorrow is Pokemon Go Fest, which means I will more than likely be staring at my phone screen for like 10 hours. Oh, gonna need a good night's sleep for that. I'll probably need to buy a bubble tea tomorrow just to recharge the batteries and get some caffeine in my system. I know I should, you know, I should, like, slow down on my intake of bubble tea, because I low-key need to, you know, try my best to slim down to wear that suit for the wedding. Be a man, drink coffee. I'm not gonna drink coffee halfway into the day. The most I do is I take a sip of instant coffee in the morning. That may sound, you know, strange and blasphemous to you, but like, hear me out, okay? My family, when we go to work, we prepare like a cup of instant coffee and we all take like a third. So it's like a couple sips. Oof. No, what, you've just started to drink your coffee with no sugar or milk? You drink it at like 9 p.m. What? 9 p.m.? How do you sleep? I can't even drink a bubble tea too late into the night or else I won't be able to sleep. When my friends and we go out for dinner and then afterwards we go get bubble tea, I either don't buy it, or I buy it and I save it for the next day. Because by that point it's like maybe 9 or like 8 or 9 p.m. It's like, man, if I drink this whole thing right now, I'll have trouble sleeping tonight. You know, I've always wondered, and I sure as hell will not be trying. I always wondered what would happen if you just drink an absurd amount of caffeine. Well, not absurd, but you just drink caffeine, like a whole cup of coffee, and then you take a sleeping pill. Wonder what'll happen. You have all that caffeine in your system, and yet you are prompted to sleep. It's like, man, I wonder what'll happen. You either die in your sleep, or you'll probably wake up with a raging headache. You drink a lot of coffee. I know you do. Not as much as a certain other person we know. I mean, when I have school and work on the same day, I'm up at like 6 in the morning and get home at like 10. Ugh. Do you drink 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day? Because my dad drinks 2. You know, my dad used to buy an extra large coffee in the morning from everyone's favorite Canadian coffee chain, Tim Hortons. He would buy an extra large during the morning. Afternoon, he would literally hop in his car, leave work, drive out, and buy another one halfway into the day, and just to come back. And then it depends. At night, it depends. If his friends come over for mahjong at night, then they'll bring coffee too, and he'll drink it. If not, then he usually brews some tea at night. But what my dad does now is, during the morning, he will order 2 large coffees, one to save for later in the day. Now, my dad doesn't like cold coffee. When his coffee gets cold, he doesn't drink it. So what does he do? He microwaves it. Listen, you gotta compromise, okay? If he's not gonna get his hot coffee fresh by driving out and buying it, then he's going to buy a spare coffee to save for later in the day and heat it up in the microwave. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? Is it crazy for me to say I like the smell of coffee, but I don't like to actually drink it? Like, you ever walk into a coffee shop and you just get hit with this aroma of fresh brewed coffee? I like that. But I don't actually like to drink the damn stuff. I buy Starbucks at work and I bring a thermos to work when I go home. To get my laptop for school, I refill the thermos. As long as you wash that thermos. Why are thermoses so difficult to wash? You put another beverage in there, and depending on what it is, it'll stink up that thermos. Well, I don't really have anything else to talk about. What do you want to talk about? You have anything in mind you want to talk about? Otherwise, we're going to be sitting here in silence, hatching the remaining eggs. Which I think I have like 2 more boxes of. When you get in that new PC, working on it. I'm still unsure which one I should get. the pre-built or the custom build. Like I said before, there's pros and cons to both of them. You know, the custom one, you can control what parts go into it. The good stuff, you can control good parts going in. But the con is, you know, obviously the price. The pros to a pre-built is, you don't have to worry about it. You just buy it, plug it in, and use it. But the con is like, well, you don't know what parts are in there. Or rather, what if one part is bad and the rest of them's good? Well, too bad. It comes as a package. It's already built. Stream the gacha games? Everything is all PC first. Okay, I do have 2 more boxes of eggs. Is that how you're putting it? Joining you in gambling? You know, when I start playing those games, I'm not gonna spend a dime on it. And then you see me do a whole bunch of microtransactions. I mean, how much money do you think I've spent into Pokemon Go? Yeah, let's not discuss it. Oh, you know what I'm realizing now? There's a chance that I've already used my Metal Alloy. Because, you know, I've evolved like 2 Duraludons into Archaludons before. One for my living decks and one to just, like, you know, keep in the game. So it's like, do I even have a Metal Alloy in my game? Oh, maybe I should have looked into this beforehand and prepared one. Oops. Well, I guess we'll find out later on. I mean, if anything, we don't have to evolve it in the Violet game, because I know I probably used it before in my Violet game. I know I haven't used it in my Scarlet, and I know I should have one in Scarlet, because I completed the decks in that game. See, doing the gacha is just like your shiny hunting. You are guaranteed within 90 pulls. I don't know, like, I don't really play gacha games. Don't you have to work for your pulls? Or, you know, pay to win? Isn't there something you would have to do before you're allowed to do a pull? I guess once I start playing the game, I'll find out for myself. The story, yes, the plot. Because I'm totally gonna play the game for the plot. Just play this tutorial. We play for the plot. Absolutely. 100%. Nothing else. What else will we be playing the game for? And you can choose from 4 or play all 4. 4 games, that is. What? Let's just start with 1. How about that? How about I just move 1 at a time? But I think you would like Triple Z. 1 game at a time. 1 thing at a time. All at the same time. 4 monitors, 4 systems, all at once. Man, I have a whole, like, backlog of videos I need to post. Well, I got videos for days to post, I'll be honest. I literally just posted, I think, part 13 of Galaxy 2. I recorded it up to, like, maybe part 20. Are there any games you guys are excited for? There's very few games I'm really, truly excited for these days. The game I'm most excited for right now is Pokemon Legends ZA, and that's coming out sometime next year. Aside from that, I'm excited for Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit. I want to see how that game plays. There's the Emio game that was just revealed, and we literally know nothing else about. I'm excited for that. We don't even know how that game looks yet, but I'm excited for that. Just the concept alone is enough to get me excited. Off the top of my head, that's it. Those 3 games, yeah. That's it. Those are the only 3 games that I'm excited for. You know what I'm just realizing now? That, in a way, I sacrificed a shiny Gloom today to get this shiny Duraludon. Duraludon. However it's pronounced. Damn. Had I known, in hindsight, I would not have needed to fail that Gloom. Not like I did it on purpose, but like I said, in a way, I low-key didn't want the shiny, because I kind of wanted both of these back-to-back. Do I still have like a whole box left to hatch? I think I do. Yeah, I still have a whole box to hatch after this, too. Okay. Nice shiny. Thanks. I got it at 376 eggs. Which one was it again? Yeah, this one. Alright, we are down to our last 30 eggs. Then we'll evolve the shiny, and then we will call it a night. Oh, almost done. Almost done. Alright, last 5 eggs. And that's it. But you already know there's one last egg to get. Would it be faster for me to just fly over there? I've been lucky with this egg before. And I'll also take back my Duraludon. Alright. And hatch this one final egg, then we will finally go and evolve our Duraludon. Well, the final egg's not shiny, but that's okay. We got one shiny out of all these eggs, and that's what we needed. That's what we were looking for. That's not what I meant to do. Nope. Go back one more page before hitting R to save. Okay, now let's finally evolve our Duraludon. Just gonna save one more time. Great! Heard someone found a shiny in the Thorn Shield streets. Yes, now if I can tell which one it was, I can show you. Oh, here it is. This one. This one right here, and we are going to evolve it. Alright, now time to dump this into Violet. It's gonna look so nice next to that. Oh. And nice, how are you? I'm doing fine. I'm a little tired since it's past midnight now. How are you doing? I need my rest for Pokemon Go Fest tomorrow. Got a shiny Heatran on your first D8? Nice. Very nice. I've only ever gotten a shiny legendary first try Dynamax Adventures once, and that was Thundurus. In fact, I was even more lucky with that raid because I got 2 shinies in one. First Thundurus raid, I got a shiny Piloswine and Thundurus. Okay, anyways, I need to see if I even have a Metal Alloy in my game. I do. Fantastic. Let's first take a look at our shiny Duraludon. You really can barely tell it's shiny if not for the tip. The red tip being gone for silver. Maybe let me go somewhere with better lighting to evolve it. And my 4th shiny this week. Shiny Legendary. You got 4 shiny Legendaries from Dynamax Adventures this week? That's awesome. Or do you mean overall from different games as well? It's insane. You never got 2 shinies in one before? Well, you may not want to. Matter of fact, it's not the first time. I recently got a shiny Grimmsnarl and Araquanid shiny together. You gotta be really unlucky to get that lucky, because remember, you can only take 1. Alright, let's evolve it. Oh, look at that. My level 1 shiny Archaludon. Looks like the thing to remove staples, and it also looks like a bridge, too. And there you have it, the 2 shiny hunts I wanted to do here. I got my shiny Hadrapple here, nicknamed Ghidorah. And now, shiny Archaludon. It's not spelled with a K? Wait, did I spell it with a K or did I spell it with a C? Hold on. Wait, what did I spell it with? Hold on, I'm checking. Okay, I did spell it with a C, okay. You got Nihilego, Ray, and Tapu Lele. Nice. Fantastic shinies there. There's my gentle monster. And my serious monster. Look at this thing. Archaludon, that's how I say it. Well, I'm thinking since this thing is loosely based off of a bridge, you know, it could be like Arc, or maybe Arch, you know, like you say, Archaludon, like an archway. I don't know. I have no idea how to pronounce this thing. All I know is it really looks like the thing that removes staples from paper. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it because low-key we're approaching 3 hours and it's way past midnight now. I got the shiny, I evolved it, that's all I have planned to do. So, thanks for watching everybody, I'm gonna end this here. Yeah, staple remover. Alright, that's gonna do it for today, thanks for watching. Bye now. See you next time.